hurricane season. Fucking my pastor daughter into Jesus pieces.
Alright, so for today we're gonna do something a little different. And when I say a little, I mean a lot. And when I say something, I mean a complete fucking mistake. So if you don't know by now, there's a short film that can be found online and pretty easily on YouTube called The Strange Things About the Johnsons. And I have to say, this is by far the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. With this film being directed by Ari Aster, who, if you don't know who that is, directed the weird psychological thriller Midsommar back in 2018, also made this short film back in 2011 about a son who sexually abuses his own father.
What?
Now before you click off this video, because I wouldn't blame you if you did, please understand that it's not just you who's completely disgusted by this topic, but myself as well for having to watch such utter garbage. So if you like this short film and music reviews, please feel free to like and subscribe to the video. But for the time being, let's just get into this movie. So we're starting off with the showing of the son, aka the rapist, masturbating to a blurry photo until his dad bursts in the room like Homer Simpson to give some goofy ass chat about the birds and the bees.
What you were just doing, which I had no right to interrupt without knocking. And I'm sorry.
What?
But what the dad doesn't know is that the son was choking his sausage to a pic of, well, his father.
What the f is that? What the f is that?
Yeah, so after that, we're given this short scene of what looks like a photo shoot. For what? I don't know, hopefully a future mugshot. And the shot zooms out from the dad's face to see the son staring at him hard as hell. Like, look how hard the mom has to continually keep turning his head towards the camera. Like, bro, you good? But then we're flashing forward 14 years to the kid's marriage photo shoot, and this time the dad isn't smiling, but in fact scared for his dear life. So while that's happening, the son then whispers this into his father's ear.
Thanks for everything, Pop.
And then grabs a whole pound of some booty meat. The movie then cuts to mom having some dumbass conversation about suits until she goes searching for her son. But lo and behold, what she doesn't know is that her son is given that spin cycle with extra spit behind the gates. So once the mom finds them, we're given this very awkward scene of the son about to give his dad some of that gawk gawk, until the mom turns her head and acts like nothing happened. Terrible mistake, mother.
Honey, would you go get your father? Dinner's up.
But going forward, we're now shown a bit about the father, seeing that he is a well-known writer with such famous books like Ready Set Moi and How I Learned to Breathe sitting on his shelf. And as the camera pans, we're shown him on his computer writing out his biography, mainly the part about his son raping him constantly. But once he hears the footstep of his son coming towards him, he then tries to exit out, only to realize that cheap-ass computers equate to cheap-ass performance. But it's too late for that, as the son pops up to say one of the worst yet funniest lines I've ever heard in a movie.
Hey, Pop. Time for din-dins.
Whose man's is this?
So with the mom setting out din-din for the family, the son then offers his dad some Belgian food or whatever. It's not really clear what they're eating. And the dad declines only for the mom to ask and get rejected by the son.
I'll have one.
Well, they're dads, so you're gonna have to ask him first.
But hey, those words don't matter because the dad offers instead and all that does is piss off the son. So on to the next scene, we see that the dad is done with his book and slips it under the pillow onto his bed. Only for the son to pop up and go to the bathroom in his bedroom where the book is at. Oh boy. So guess who pops up at the dad's office to have a nice little chat. So a bit of the following is just a bunch of exposition that I don't feel like listening to nor putting in this video, so yeah. So flash forward to New Year's celebration and the son is dishing out mad lip service to his wife while giving hawk eyes to his father. And after all the partying and people leaving, we then see the son punch into some glass like a doofus and then tell his wife that he's going to stay and help clean up.
You know, I think I'm just gonna help and stay here.
What do you mean by that?
But can we just give a round of applause to the wife in this scene, because she seems like the only person who isn't traumatized or has a working brain, so when asked to go home first she looked at her husband like he was a goddamn idiot. But of all these previous events, these were just the leading point to the most out-of-pocket scene in this film. So it's pretty straightforward. The dad is just taking a bath until the sun goes full shining and bursts into the room to, well, you know. Next ensues a lot of screaming and the mother turning up her TV because hear nothing, see nothing, right? So moving along, we now see the dad trying to bounce out of the house with his book while everyone is sleeping just to only be caught by you-know-who. So then we're given more exposition that I don't feel like explaining at all, just to lead to the dad getting his shit rocked by a van.
Where the ambulance? Why the man body still right there?
Flash forward to after the funeral, we see the son being a weirdo again, wearing his dad's clothes until his mom pops up to ask a question. You want to know what that question was?
Why was your father crying when he drove you home from prom night?
Yeah, because that's definitely something you'd ask the rapist and not tell the goddamn police. But then we're given more and more exposition about how everything first started, some slapping, some right hooks, and a dramatic close call which then leads to the son getting his shit beaten by a metal stick.
Yo, holy shit, he dead!
Then the credits roll and the movie is finally over. Thank God. Overall, this is probably the most over-the-top film I've ever watched, and I've seen the Paw Patrol movie, and that was bootlicker propaganda. But in terms of acting, I would say that they all did a good job, but I don't think that they'll ever want to do a film like this ever again. As for Ari Aster, I can say is, what the hell is wrong with you, man? But if you like my short film reviews and want to see more alongside my music reviews, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, follow my IG and Twitter, and if you like the illustrations used in this video, make sure to follow the artist because she's dope. And on that note, I'll see you on Friday. Peace.
Yeah.